Alright, what is going on guys? Frazier or FaZe Kay here, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today, I'm going to be telling you guys about the time I nearly went blind. I got a splinter in my eye, this splinter right here. You all absolutely love the videos that I made. This is how I nearly died, about the plane crash and Megaloo, stuff like that. You love them, but I don't have any more stories in my life as to how I nearly died, but I do have a story in my life about how I nearly and should have went blind. Like, there was a 99% chance that I should have been blind and I didn't go blind. But yeah, that day that this happened to me years ago should have been the day that I went blind. My eye did have temporary like injuries to it afterwards. Like I'll explain it all to you, you'll all understand, but essentially I should have gone blind from what happened to me this day. I still have, or my mum still has, this splinter that was retrieved from my eye. You'll understand about it all now, don't worry, I'll tell you guys. So pretty much, me and my family, we have this house in Scotland. Over in Scotland, it is really rural. It is in the middle of this place called the Highlands, and there's lochs, and we go around this place called Loch Rannoch, and the closest like shop and doctors from where we live is 8 miles down the road. I think the closest neighbor is about 5 miles away. So, you know, it's really rural. There's no phone signal, there's no internet, there's no nothing there, there's no tweeting, nothing. So it's in the middle of nowhere. So this was probably one time when I was there about 10 years ago, and it was me and all of my family there, like all my cousins from Sweden, Canada, Scotland, like England, all of us were all there, and we were having a sick time. And do you guys remember this game when you were a kid called like Tag or 40-48? If you do, or if you don't, then what the fuck? So I'm just going to assume all of you do, because everybody knows that game. We were playing that, and I was the last person alive. All of my cousins, we were running around this massive place we have up there. It's like 7 or 8 acres of just land, and I was just running around, and I get to the driveway. So my cousins are either side of the driveway, running towards me. I'm the last man alive. I'm stuck in the middle part, and there's like 2 groups of them running either side, and the only way for me to go is straight or back into these hedges surrounding the driveway. So I'm like, I'm last alive, you know what? But I'm not fucking losing this game. All my cousins are here. This looks so sick. If I just dash off and none of them catch me, I'm gonna be the fucking best person at it there ever fucking was. And those thoughts right there are what nearly caused me to go blind. What should have caused me to go blind. Like, what happened to me next was insane. So I see this bush right in front of me, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not losing. I just sprint straight head on into this bush, and a twig comes like this. So I'll go side on to you guys. A twig goes like this into my eye. Woo. So this twig, right, it goes in, it's like a normal twig, like imagine just a normal thin little twig that can slit pretty much inside here. So you see the side of my eye and in between my eyeball, that is where the twig made its way in, and it went deep into my fucking head. Like, I don't know how far or what it touched or what it did, but it was the most painful thing. Like, imagine an actual twig just forcing its way through there because you've run straight head on into it and it's just slipped its way into your fucking skull. So I'm a little boy standing there in a bush, and I see my cousin behind me. He's made his way into the bush and he's trying to tag me. He looks at me and he sees this stick. I'm standing there and there's just a stick stuck in my eyeball. At the time, I can't remember. I think my right eye was shut. Obviously, like, I was trying to close it, so I can't remember seeing out my right eye. But my left eye was fine, and I was thinking, oh my fucking god, like, am I blind? Because my eye was obviously shut, like, trying to stop the irritation, but it wasn't really registering in my head that there was a twig stuck inside my skull. Like, I know I keep saying it, but there was a twig stuck. And my cousin is like, what the fuck, Frazier? So I was like panicking. I was like, oh my god. So I just get this twig, and I just pull it straight away. I just yank it. Like, I don't wait for anybody to come see what the problem is. I just see this twig in my eye and just go, shh, and I just pull the twig out of my eye. So at that point, me and my cousin are standing there. We're both in shock. I look at the twig, like, with one of my eyes, and my right eye is closed. I'm like screaming my absolute loudest. I look at the twig that came out of my eye, and there's just my eye juice. I know it sounds disgusting, but literally my eye juice or whatever, there must have been loads of it in my head because there was a lot of it on the stick. I tell you, it was disgusting. And the worst part about all of this is that I felt part of that stick snap behind my eye before I pulled it out. I told you guys it was like an 8-acre place, like an 8-acre land, and my parents are hearing me from the other side by the seafront, or by the lakefront, sorry. They're hearing me by the lakefront screaming, and all the adults run over. I'm laying there on the driveway, baby, just screaming like, ah! And everyone comes over to me. I get treated. My mum, they don't not believe me, but they just believe that I'm in so much pain that I think that there's something else stuck in my eye. But none of them really believed me that day. I was like, there was something in my eye. There was something in my eye. Like, you have to believe me. There was something in my fucking eye still. And they're like, no, don't worry. You'll wake up fine. Like, you know, there's nothing really bad. But I don't think they realized how traumatizing the experience was that I just had. So we all go to sleep, I wake up and I can't open my right eye. My right eye is completely shut, and I look in the mirror, I wake up, look in the mirror, and it is just puffed out. My right eye looks like someone has just been punching me in the face all night until I woke up, and then suddenly, you know, I've just got this massive ball on my face. So immediately my mum sees me and she takes me to the doctor, and bear in mind, like I said at the beginning, the closest doctor's is as close as the nearest shop, 8 miles away at this tiny village. So we go to somewhere I'm not even convinced is a doctor's. It looks like somebody's house where a doctor lives. I go inside, sit in this waiting room, go inside, and the doctor lays me down. He looks at me, he looks at my eye, the light torches and all that, and he's like, yeah, there's something in there. And my mum looks at me and I was like, I told you there's something in my eye. So then this man is like, yeah, we're gonna have to take it out right now. And there's no anesthetic, no like pain relief. I've just gotta lay back, have my eye. My eye was opened up. Like, did you guys know how Mr. Bean stays awake when he's tired? My eye was like that, so I'm laying there on a table like that. Like, this doctor gets these pliers and puts rubber bands on the end or whatever so they don't hurt my eye or scratch my eye. He literally just pulls it, goes in and starts digging around behind my eyeball with these thin tweezers and just pulls out this. He pulls out this twig, which my mum kept because of how crazy this story is. My mum has kept this twig in this test tube, in this thing called a treasure box, which, you know, if your mum is like mine, they just keep random shit for your whole life. Is this gonna focus? I'm trying to get this to focus, but this thing was stuck in my fucking eye. You know what? I'm gonna take it out and show you guys. Compare it to the size of my eye. There you go. Look, that thing was stuck in my eye. Can you see? Can you see how fucking big that is? Look at the size of that compared to my eye, and that was stuck behind my eye, a splinter. Like that was in my fucking skull. Like, I've taken it out the box just so you guys can see. I'm gonna hold it up next to my eye. Look. And this is my eye 10 years later, so I think my eye may have grown, but like, that was stuck back there. That came out of my eye after being in there for like, I'd say 12 hours, nearly 24 hours. So yeah, the thing got taken out of my eye. I was actually screaming so loud while the doctor was taking it out that my mum had to go into the waiting room and tell the people that the person the doctor was seeing wasn't dying. He wasn't fucking bleeding, you know, everywhere. He was just a boy getting a splinter taken out of his eye, which in all fairness, a boy getting a splinter out your eye, it's pretty mad. It's still pretty mad now. I wouldn't particularly want a splinter in my eyeball. So yeah, that was the day where the 1% was on my side. The 1% was like, no, this boy cannot go blind. He's got so much stuff to fucking do yet. We can't make him blind. But yeah, guys, that's going to be the end of today's video. I hope you did enjoy this. I really do like sitting down and telling you guys these crazy stories and things that have happened to me. If you did enjoy this, remember to leave a like on it. Make sure you subscribe if you are new. But this has been FaZe or FaZe Kay, and I'll catch you guys in my next video tomorrow. Peace out, everybody.